Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the 8th National News Show for Link4Growth for 2015. And so July has been an absolutely frantic month, getting loads of infrastructure in place and ready to roll for the end of the year. So I've got a lot to get through this afternoon, but I'm going to get through it pretty quick. I know that people want to dip in and find out what's going on, and they don't want me waffling on for hours. So I'm going to get straight into it, and let's get cracking. So first of all, I'm going to just talk about community expansion. Then I'm going to go on and talk about the CKI, which is the Community Kickstarter Initiative. Then I'm going to talk about Link for Business. There's some updates there. Online mentoring groups, which is an exciting new project with Jeremy Silverstone, which is starting in August. And Link for Skills, there's some updates there as well. And L4G.tv, loads of excitement there, and many ways for you to get involved. So pin your ears back for that bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about social media, and then I'm going to, and that's it really. I'm going to finish on that, and I'm going to get cracking. So community expansion. There's been some exciting stuff going on in July. We had the start of the event up there in Biggleswade with Emma James and Carol Fenner, and that was a great event, and that's coming up again soon shortly. But they're also, those two ladies are also down in Ringwood very often, down that neck of the woods, so they're going to take on the role of running that event down there and enlisting people from places like Christchurch and Bournemouth, and creating a whole new hive of activity down there. So brilliant stuff. And also Carol Fenner lives in St Neots, so we're excited to get an event up and running over there. So if you need anybody, if you know anybody in the St Neots area, there's going to be an event starting there very soon. So that's great stuff. We've got expansion in with Len Harvey in Derbyshire. We've got Sarah McCann with stuff happening in Northampton, with people in Lincolnshire and Cambridgeshire, stuff happening in Herts as well, North Herts especially, MK Beds and North Herts, stuff happening in that district. Berkshire, new territory there with, we're talking at the moment to somebody who's living in Slough, an event going to start there very soon, and also potentially in Windsor and Maidenhead. So exciting stuff. We've got discussions with people also down in Devon. So lots happening in the older expansion arena there. Name checks for Emma James and Carol Fenner. I've already mentioned them, but well done, ladies. You're doing a fantastic job, and you know, excited to see where that Ringwood one goes. I'm going to nip down there and be part of that as well. So fantastic stuff. And I want to just say a big thanks to Sapana Dar. She's basically taken over the event in Uxbridge, and she's doing a fabulous job marketing the event online and in social media, and that's why the event's being so successful. So very well done to you, Sapana. I think some exciting things ahead for you in Link4Growth. And I want to just mention Fiona Flaherty and the team down there, the Three Musketeers in the Chingford, North East London district. They've been using Periscope and experimenting with it, and they've done a live broadcast at a little community fair down there. I think it was in Walthamstow. Very well done to you. It's great to see you pioneering with that technology, so keep it up, and I'll be looking to see more of those periscopes that you're doing there. Don't forget to put them up in the North East London district's YouTube channel so we can reshare them on the L4G.tv platform as well. So very well done there. So CKI, they're moving on to that now. What's the Community Kickstarter Initiative? Well, basically for 2.5 years we've been building the building districts, building communities, and we've made a lot of mistakes. We've taken a long time to kind of work out how you go about that. So the first book for Link4Growth tells people what we're doing. So that's what Link4Growth was set up for, the long-term initiatives that we've got for it, how we're organized, some of the ethos, principles and ethics and values behind what Link4Growth is all about, the types of events that we're currently hosting and how people can get involved, and what we think the future is going to look like with the expansion that we've got planned. So That's the first book. Okay, so that tells us people what we're doing, but it doesn't give people the blueprint, if you like, to say how we're doing it. So the CKI is a forerunner really to the second book, which will be how to go about building communities. We made a lot of mistakes, as I said earlier. So this is all about step-by-step guide to getting the community involved, up and running, so we can share the good news and the stuff that's going on in local communities. There's loads and loads of good work going on, but people don't know it's going on. And what Link4Growth is about spreading that message and about getting this information in a public space where people can see it, and so where we can replicate that information and duplicate this good work all around the country. There's no point in reinventing the wheel. If people have done something and it's working, let's duplicate that. Let's put that in a place where other people can go and have a look and say, do you know what? We could do that in our community. So getting on and doing that. So the CKI is an initiative. It's a 7-week program from start to finish about getting the community involved and then really rolling it out fast. I reckon that if this is done right, we can shorten a 2.5-year window into 6 months. So it's a big deal, and I'm writing it at the moment. We've got the first chapter almost done. I'm going to be circulating that with the people that have indicated that they're interested. So if you're interested and you're running a district, then or you want to start a district in your area, so if you're watching this and there's nothing like Link4Growth in your area right now, then get in touch with us, because what we've got is a blueprint to get that up and running real fast and get you kind of the success in terms of community building happening fast in your area. This needs to be done everywhere. So that's a little bit of an update on that. Link for Business, first event, 19th of August, over in Oundle. So if you're up there in the Northampton, Lincolnshire, Cambridge area, or any of those, West Midlands, it's not far away from there either, get yourself along on the 19th of August. It's free to go on the first event. Link for Business is a different proposition to what you would see in normal business networking. This is a whole new concept. And Link for Business, the events themselves are only the tip of the iceberg. It's actually how that integrates into the rest of Link4Growth that's really powerful. So get yourself along on the 19th of August. I'm going to be there. I'll be doing a little bit of a talk. So will Asif Raymond, who's heading it up. So get along there, be part of it. It's the first one in the country. So get yourself along there, get involved with Link for Business. It's about making sure that all of us business people work together to make sure that we all succeed. It's fantastic. Get yourself involved. Online mentoring groups. Right, online mentoring groups, you might have heard of masterminds, you might have heard of things like boardrooms and stuff like that. This is peer-to-peer mentoring. Each of our online mentoring groups, maximum of 8 people, and we've got the first example of this on the 11th of August. Okay, so I'm going to be on there hosting it alongside Jeremy Silverstone, who's basically fronting up the online mentoring groups for Link for Business. And we've got a taster session. This is a taster session. It starts at 2 in the afternoon. It goes on until 5:30. So it's a 3.5-hour mentoring session where we'll table 4 issues that some of the people that have come on have got in their business, and we'll work through those online in that 3.5 hours. So if you fancy that, if you want to perhaps run an online mentoring group, you need to get involved with that. What I recommend you do is put a note in a comment under this thread on YouTube and just start the comment OMG, and then put down that you're interested. We're looking for people to run online mentoring groups in the same way that we'll be running that one, and we're also looking for people who want to participate, but there's a maximum of 8 people. That's all we can accommodate in these online mentoring groups. So it's first come, first serve. Get yourself on there and actually register yourself, and you can only do that through the comments on this video. So share this video. If you've watched it and you know someone who might be interested, share it. I don't know how many minutes we're into this now, but let's say 10 minutes onwards, and get people to watch this video, and then they can put down that they're interested, and then let's get that kick started. So that's really good news. I'm now moving on to Link for Skills. Link for Skills has changed too. I don't know whether you remember last month I mentioned that we were now starting to do offline training as well as the online training. The offline is a slightly more expensive proposition because we've got venues to pay for, but what we're looking for in each district is what we call an education lead. What is an education lead? Well, it's somebody who wants to take responsibility for organizing and setting up the education within a district. They're working in conjunction with the Link for Business district lead person. They're also working with the overall responsibility with the district leader for the area. But it's got to be people who are passionate about education, people who really want to help other people get the knowledge and education that they need. If you're not sure about what Link for Skills are, Link for Skills is, talk to your district leader about it. Basically, we're offering online training through the existing arrangements that we've got set up. This is headed up by Carol Dodsley, and then we also have now offline training. So we used to do this many moons ago. We're bringing it back. We know it's needed, and we're bringing it back inside the infrastructure. Now we've got everything in place. So if you're interested in training and education, perhaps you want to do a workshop, perhaps you want to share your knowledge, then that's great too. Get in touch with the people that are out there in your community, the district leaders and whatever. But if you're interested in running education in the district, then do contact your district leader and register your interest. The workshops that we've got, online workshops that we've got in August, there's quite a few of them. On the 10th of August, we've got LinkedIn. It's a basic LinkedIn. So if you're not sure what you're doing, you're just collecting names on LinkedIn, get yourself on this workshop, 10th of August. It's being run by Jenny Braithwaite. She's got a wealth of knowledge on LinkedIn. Get yourself on there and start taking advantage of that platform. It's no point just being on there collecting a load of names. So get yourself involved and go on that training. It's very inexpensive, and it's incredibly good value, and you won't look back on LinkedIn once you've done that. 12th of August is a networking with intent workshop. I'm personally doing that. So that's how to network effectively, what to do at events. I see people, they wander into events, they go there, they chat, they have a good time, and then they go away and they've kind of almost forgotten they were there. If that's what you're doing, you're not making the most of networking events. Get yourself booked onto the Networking with Intent workshop. I'll be sharing all sorts of things with you about how to network, some great ideas, and also how people make decisions. So how do you behave? What are you saying to people at events? And if you're saying the wrong thing, you're not going to get anything out of networking. I know a lot of people who go networking for 6 months, give it a go, do it all wrong because they're copying other people doing it wrong, and then what happens is they get nothing and say networking doesn't work. Guess what? Networking's all you need, but you've got to know how. So come on that workshop if you're not sure, and I'll take you through that process. On the 18th, there's social media appreciation. Once again, I'm going to be doing this one. This is about looking at the 4 main social media platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, Google+, and Twitter, and basically seeing which one is most relevant for your business. There's only going to be 8 places on this workshop. You can book it online through the Link for Skills Eventbrite. So get yourself on there. If you're not quite sure which one you should be using, it's all a bit confusing. Get on there, and I'll help you sift through the stuff that you're doing and make sure you get aligned to the right one. Then you can get yourself on some of the other training and make sure that you've got all the basics in place. So that's on the 18th. On the 20th, we've got Twitter Basics. Perfect timing, because you could do that social media one 2 days later, get yourself on the Twitter Basics and learn all about Twitter. And only 6 days later, you go on the Facebook for Business and learn how to use that properly. So we've got all this lined up. And on the 2nd of September, we've got email marketing and MailChimp. So if you want to use MailChimp, you want to start to basically communicate with a list of people and your tribe, as it were, through email, then get yourself on that and find out how. L4G.tv, right? This is something that we're really starting to get behind now. L4G.tv, a national platform for national shows where anybody in the country can get involved. They're going to be people from Link4Growth, but they're also going to be guest spots for people outside Link4Growth who are experts in their field. Right, so what are we going to cover? There's going to be a business channel. That's going to be obviously linked to Link for Business, and the business channel is about delivering shows that relate to businesses and what businesses might be interested. We've got one in place already, the financial one. We've got another one called the Marketing Gem, which is coming up soon, fronted by Diane Richardson. You might have seen a couple of shows ago. We've got another one. There could be loads of stuff in there. How to choose systems, doing a business plan, how to run a workshop, how to write a workshop. It could be absolutely anything to do with business. So if you've got an idea for a show that you want to do, then get in touch, because this is open season. Any good content and anything that people want to talk about online so that a wider audience can see and join in, then do talk to us. Sustainability, massive issue right now. So we've got one of those in the pipeline. current affairs. So I'm going to be running a current affairs show starting on the 10th of August, Monday night, 9 till 10 p.m, 16 weeks. And I'm going to be publishing the content and what we're going to be talking about on each show. If you're interested in that, then just make a comment. Oh, I'd like to join you on that show. I'd fancy getting involved in this one, etc., etc. Make a day in your diary every Monday night, 9 till 10. That's going to be a good show. I'm looking forward to hosting that. We've got some interesting people going to be coming on those shows. And if you want to be one of those interesting people, then ask when I published it. Just put on the post. Yeah, I'd love to come in and be involved in that, and we'll get you on. Health and wellness is another channel, and there are people out there that are really interested in things like nutrition and products and services that relate to people being able to take better care of themselves. That's what we want. So if you're involved in that, talk to us. We're going to be setting up some communities on Google Plus where the teams of people who are building, who want to help to produce and get involved in these shows, can congregate, discuss ideas, and we can jam together and decide what we're going to do on these shows. So I'm really looking forward to that, health and wellness. I'm going to be on that show as well. Then there's the Pi channel. Pi, what's that all about then? Pi, personal development, inspiration and education, PIE. So I'm really looking forward to seeing some of that as well. There's some great people in Link4Growth who are involved in that kind of activity. So really looking forward to that as well. And technology. Technology is changing all the time, and we really do want people who are keeping up to date with recent technology to get involved in that technology show. It could be things like watches, Apple watches. It could be new phones coming out. It could be things like the new Google glasses being launched at the end of the year aimed at the commercial sector. Anything that's new, if you want to get on and talk about technology and stuff like that, then do get in touch with us and talk about that. Don't forget the 3 videos I mentioned last month. There's the video on what's your story. We're really interested in hearing people's news on what story, their background, how they got to where they are today. This is the stuff that people love. Getting to know you by you telling your story. So if you're interested in doing that, and I advocate everybody do that, then get involved. I want to do loads and loads of these videos, and we haven't done hardly any this month. I think I've done 2. So do get involved and talk about what's your story. We've also got another one which is L4G sound bites. So if you want to get on and talk about your business and do a little short interview about what's going on in your business and what you kind of offer and why you're passionate about what you're doing, this is another opportunity aimed more at the Link for Business side. But if you want to do one of those, do get in touch as well. And of course, the last one is, what has Link4Growth, what does Link4Growth mean for you? So we've been rubbish at this up to date, but there's so many great stories out there of how Link4Growth is changing people's lives, and we want to just make a little recording of those things so that people can share and find out. It's okay. It's a bit of if you like, a testimonial for Link4Growth, but why not? If it's changing people's lives, we need other people to come in that can change their lives too. So if you're happy to do one of those, do get in touch, because I would love to do your story as well on that. So that's it on that. Let me just talk about social media for a little bit. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about. Don't forget, Link4Growth exists not for the benefit of Link4Growth. It exists for the benefit of the people in it. This is where we're different. We want every single person to benefit from being inside Link4Growth. So we do things on your behalf. So we've got a Facebook, we've got all these pages for each district. There are 80 districts in Link4Growth, and we've got a page for each. We've also got a page on Google Plus for each district, and there's a huge new area in there, but there's a district page there. We also have Facebook pages for Link4Skills, Link4Business, and L4G.tv coming shortly. Follow those pages, because there's interesting content being posted all the time on there, and it's stuff that you can reshare, and other people can start to get involved and see what we're doing in terms of social media. So a little bit of you can do to help there. We've also got Twitter accounts. We've got Link4Growth Twitter account. We've got a Link4Business Twitter account. We've got a Link4Skills Twitter account. And we've got hashtags like L4G, hashtag L4G, hashtag L4Biz, So get involved on there. We've also got a subscribers list. So if you're a subscriber to Link4Growth, you go into our subscribers list, and basically people who follow that list will see more of your content being produced. So yeah, to be honest, I think that actually the subscription to Link4Growth is worth just that bit alone. But we've also got a Facebook list, and in that Facebook list, if you're a subscriber, we will put your Facebook page in that list, and people follow that list because they can start to see what the people in Link4Growth are posting on their business pages. So if you haven't got your page in that list, talk to Deepa Kotak and she'll add you. All right, so that's good. And don't forget, we've got a L4G subscribers group on Facebook. That's a fabulous group where people are sharing all sorts of stuff and getting quick answers. It's very light touch, but don't miss out on that. Get involved in there, and do actually get involved on the community forums as well. We've upgraded that. Okay, there are a few teething problems, but in the main, it seems to work fine. And get on there and participate there as well. And that's it. That's all I want to say this month. Everything is falling into place into Link4Growth now. We're structured for massive growth. Tell your friends, tell people in the community about Link4Growth. There's something for everybody, and Link4Growth is a massive platform for helping people to get involved and contribute in some shape or form to society. You know, we're not begging for people to give money to charities and all these kind of good causes. We don't have to. What we want to be able to do is get people's skills and help those charities evolve and grow with the skills that you've got. And that goes for all the business people as well. You know, running a business is so complex these days that actually we can't be brilliant at everything. We just can't. There's just too much to do. But with Link4Growth, there's always somebody in the network who's an expert at the things you're not an expert at. So by working together, we can achieve much more. That's it for me. If you're going away in August, have a fabulous break, and I'll be back early in September to do for another news show. Watch out for all the district newsletters that are going out at the moment, and also the national the district newsletters are going out now, and the national newsletter, which will be going out sort of third week of the month. I'm going away at the end of August as well, so I will catch up with you when I'm back in the first week of September with the 9th edition of the L4G news show. So thanks for watching, and have a great August. Let's hope the weather picks up, and I will see you in September. Thank you for watching.